Hi again and welcome to the Island Gardeners. Today we're looking at our beautiful Ackee tree, and this has been producing for us now for a little bit. So what we want to share with you is how to propagate your Ackee tree using the air layer method. And with this method, the advantage is whatever the quality of your Ackee is, as you know, most Jamaicans and most people with Ackee know that various Ackee varieties, they have different quality and texture of the Ackee. So when you use this method, what happens is that whatever the parent is, you get that exact quality Ackee. And not only that, but your Ackee will start producing as a dwarf plant inside the pot. And you know, that's a wonderful thing for everybody who love Ackee, to buy a potted plant and be able to produce Ackee on your patio. Even in the cold climates, you can carry them inside and still have your Ackee plants, which you can't do when you plant a big tree. All right, so without any further ado, let's go to the tree. What we're doing here, we're prepping the branches, and so we want to remove some of these smaller areas, smaller leaves and branches, to give us access to where we're going to be grafting. Just going to remove this also. So I'm going to be grafting in the area. So when you're grafting, what you want to do, you want to be able to access a node. This is where you'll start your cut. I'm going to be just simply using foil paper right here. And the crusher, as you see, a blade, and my potting soil, a potting soil that is able of holding moisture for a very good time, and as little fertilizer or anything as that as possible. So I'm going to be slicing here. And what I'm going to be doing is removing the cambium layer. Alright, so now we're going to be creeping away this section here to make sure it's clean. So you want to make sure that you've removed all of the connections in between the lower section and where you're doing the air layer. Also, please ensure that you clean your tools before starting this process. So you don't carry any disease or pest from any other plants and take it to this new area. All right, that looks good. You can take a look. All right. So now I'm just going to be tearing my foil paper. Putting in some soil. And I'm going to be...
It's already wet, right?
The soil has to be soaked, damped, yes, and then I'm going to be just putting it here, sinking. This section should be in the middle. That's where your new roots are going to be growing. And simply lock it in. And you twist in opposite directions to kind of seal in the foil paper. And that's it. In a month or two, you'll be able to come back here. You can check on it. If it's dried out, you can add some more moisture to it and you'll start see roots growing. We're going to go and show you some that we've started before and we just cut away so you can see what the roots will look like. Alright, so here we have one of the ear layer cuttings that we've been growing. I just removed these leaves from it, and this one we wrapped in cellophane wrap to keep the moisture into it. So we're just going to be removing that.
So that's another tip.
Yeah, so you know, to keep the moisture into the plant, you can wrap it with cellophane. Into the soil, sorry, you can wrap it with cellophane. Disadvantage is you can't really check on it as you can easily check on it when you don't have. And this is what it looks like. This is after about 2 to 3 months. But this was being done in the colder time of the year, so it could be a little bit less, depending on the time of year that you do it. And these are really nice roots that are on it. So we're going to be planting this inside here and just potting as you would any other pot plant. I want to give it a little bit of leverage because it's growing a bit lean at the moment. So and the cellophane wrap, I would recommend it. We've tried with and without the cellophane wraps, and the ones with the cellophane wrap tend to do much better. And we remove quite a bit of the leaves because being transplanted, it's going to require a lot more moisture to maintain all these leaves, so we give it a fighting chance. And there you have it. You can put a stake on it, tie it, and in another 1 to 2 months it should root well in this spot. Just so you know, within probably 3 months to 4 months, this plant will start flowering whenever the mother plant flowers, and you'll be able to have Ackee, harvest Ackee, depending on how well developed the root system is. If you wish, you could put it into a larger pot. As it roots out into this one, you can upgrade the pot size and you can keep it as a potted plant, a patio plant, and in colder climates you can always carry it in and maintain it with a UV light or some other window space that has very bright light, and you have an Ackee plant that produces for you in wherever you are. Thank you again for joining the Island Gardeners. Please join us again for more updates and tips on how to propagate your plants and grow trees. Until next time, see you again.